What is up, everyone? Barricade here, and I'm bringing you guys episode 9 of Dragon Ball Z Lore. Today I'm going to be talking about Dragon Ball Z characters' strength and durability. But first off, I'm going to actually be talking about their durability first and leading on to their strength. You know, their overall like destructive force and punching strength. Okay, the one thing that I like to use a lot in like debates to express how strong a DBZ character's durability is Frieza. Frieza, if you remember in anime, manga, whatever, he gets chopped in half, gets blasted by Goku, the planet explodes, and he still survives. It was almost like if the planet exploding was not really of a consequence to him. It was morely him getting chopped in half and blasted by Goku, but the planet exploding itself wasn't really that much of a factor. He was kind of just... I think he just wanted it to explode so Goku could die in space, but the actual explosion from the planet wouldn't necessarily kill himself or even Goku. And the thing that's a little crazy is that if you think about it, since he survived the planet exploding, that means anyone with the power level equal or higher to Frieza's can survive a planet exploding, seeing as Frieza did. Because the thing about Dragon Ball Z that many people don't realize is that if someone's power level is equal or higher to someone, that means that their strength, their durability, their speed, their destructive force is equal or higher than theirs, depending on the power level. As long as it's equal or higher, they can do whatever the other person can, basically. So for example, since Goku's stronger than Piccolo, that means that Goku can do anything Piccolo can, destructive force-wise, durability-wise, speed-wise, etc. The only thing Goku can't obviously do is like biological things like being able to regenerate his body. But when it comes to speed, strength, durability, Goku could do anything Piccolo can, or even worse, because he's strong. He has a higher power level than Piccolo. That's just how Dragon Ball Z works. And the same thing goes with the durability. If their power level is equal or higher than someone, they can sustain as much damage as that person can, basically. And seeing as someone with Frieza's power level can survive a planet exploding, that means that anyone with Frieza's power level or higher can pretty much sustain or survive a blast or attack that's stronger than a planet exploding or a planet exploding itself. That's just like the weird crazy thing about Dragon Ball Z. And the thing that also is really crazy about when it comes to Frieza is the simple fact that when you think about it, Trunks came to Earth and destroyed Frieza with a sword. So wait, stop for a second. Just think for a second. Frieza survived the planet exploding when he was chopped in half and got blasted by Goku. He still survives the planet exploding, and he's okay. Like, yeah, he's chopped in half or whatever, but he's still okay. Yet, Trunks' sword destroys him. Like, Frieza with his body chopped in half can survive a planet exploding, but yet Frieza with the full body and at full health gets destroyed by Trunks' sword. So that means that Frieza with a planet-busting durability, it gets destroyed by the sword. So that means that Trunks' sword, him with the sword has enough force to kill someone with planet-busting durability. It's kind of weird. I'm not saying that Trunks' sword can blow up a planet. I'm not saying their punches can blow up planets. But what I'm saying is that their strikes are stronger and way more powerful enough to destroy someone with planet-busting durability. Frieza can survive a planet exploding, yet gets chopped to pieces by Trunks' sword. And see, that's the one thing that makes Goku and them, that it proves that their durability is ridiculously high and way higher than planet-busting durability, because Frieza could survive a planet. I know I said this like 4 times already. I'm just trying to get this through your head. Frieza survived the planet exploding when he was chopped in half. Gets destroyed by Trunks' sword when he's at full health, meaning that Trunks' sword attacks can kill someone with planet-busting durability, yet Goku is able to deflect those attacks with his finger. So that means that Goku's finger has planet-busting durability. So that's the thing that's really insane about Dragon Ball Z characters that people don't realize, because a planet exploding doesn't kill Frieza, but Trunks' swords can, and freaking Goku can block that same sword that killed Frieza, who, like I said 60 times in this video already, has planet-busting durability. That's just like the one thing that's really crazy about Dragon Ball Z. Their durability is ridiculously high. Way more than people think. They have freaking, their attacks, their blasts, their punches are ridiculously more powerful than a lot of people think. And it doesn't even have to be a gigantic blast that can blow up a planet. Many of their attacks are way above planet busting. they are really powerful. Like for example, one thing that proves that is if you remember in the Boo saga, when Boo first becomes Kid Boo after they rip out the Fat Boo and he turns into Kid Boo, he looks at Earth. He's looking around, just looking at it. Whatever. He screams all crazy, and they're like, "What the heck?" They're just looking at him like, "What the heck is he doing?" And then he shoots a small blast, like a tiny blast, like a blast that's like probably like the size of like a basketball or something, very tiny blast. And Goku and Vegeta freak out. They're like, "What the? Is he trying to blow up the planet?" And then Vegeta has to use a lot of force to make that blast go the other way. If you remember, just go back to the scene where Kid Buu turns, when Super Buu turns into Kid Buu. Kid Buu shoots a blast. Vegeta blocks it, but when he blocks it with his blast, he has to put a lot of force into it. So that means, and like I said, they freak out. They're like, "What the heck is he trying to blow up the planet?" So it doesn't matter the size of their attack. It's just that as long as they put enough energy into that attack, it can blow up a planet. And that's another thing too about their attacks. They have really great key control. They can control their key to a very good level to where they can do an attack that's planet busting, but yet it doesn't actually blow up the planet. For example, if you remember in the Saiyan saga, when he does the Gallic gun against Goku, they do the crazy, battle of the beams, and Vegeta states that he's going to blow up the planet, which is pretty, I believe it's pretty. A lot of people don't believe that Vegeta could have blown up the planet right there, and honestly, I don't know why. I think he could. Master Roshi with the power level of like only 130 blew up the moon. So imagine what Vegeta with the power level of 18,000 could do. So in my opinion, it makes sense that Vegeta would be able to blow up the planet at that time. And he just shoots a blast, and that is strong enough to blow up a planet, supposedly. Yet when he's a Super Saiyan 2 Majin Vegeta, he blows up himself to try to kill Majin Buu, and yet that blast doesn't blow up the Earth. It just makes like a big circle and a big crater. And it's not because the attack isn't strong enough. It's because he has the energy and the capability to control his energy to keep it in a small area to where it wouldn't actually blow up the planet. It's just the thing that's really crazy about them. They have excessive durability, excessive destructive force, and they have the ability to control it to where it won't actually, like, they basically throwing around planet-busting attacks, but yet it doesn't actually blow up a planet because of the fact that they're able to control it so well. One other thing I want to bring up about their durability is, like I said already, like 40 times in this video, is that Frieza survived the planet exploding. So that would mean that someone with the power level equal or higher can do the same. And the thing that's really crazy when you think about it is that it only takes like a normal Super Saiyan to kill Frieza. And yet when Cell was, gave birth to the Cell Juniors and the ascended versions of Vegeta and Trunks, who are way stronger than the version of Trunks that killed Frieza, are getting their asses handed to them by the Cell Juniors. So that means that the Cell Juniors are much above Frieza. Much above Frieza in terms of strength, durability, speed, etc. And the thing that's really crazy about it is that they're trying to fight them, and they can't even fight them. They're getting, it's like an equal, or the Cell Juniors are just playing with them. They're not even really trying. They're destroying the ascended versions of Vegeta and Trunks. But yet, when Gohan becomes a Super Saiyan 2, he is strong enough to punch them once, and it kills them. So you're telling me that someone with a higher durability than Frieza can get punched once and explode? That is insane. That is like ridiculously. Their durability is ridiculous, basically. If you remember in Dragon Ball, at the end of Dragon Ball, when Goku's fighting Piccolo before Dragon Ball Z, Piccolo unleashes an attack that basically nukes an entire island. The island is probably like as big as like New York or something, because if you just watch that fight, and you'll see that it's a really big island filled with like a city and everything, and Piccolo lets off an attack that basically nukes the whole entire island and wipes it completely clean. Yet Goku is standing in front of it, takes that blast point blank, and he just shrugs it off like nothing. He's just like, "Is that all you got?" So it's just like one thing that's really crazy about Dragon Ball Z characters is that their durability, their speed, their destructive force is really high. Way higher than many other characters in fiction. I'm not saying that they're the strongest characters in fiction. Obviously, there's characters out there like from DC and Marvel that they're like omnipotent, gods and stuff. But like when it comes to compared to characters that are like from other animes and other shows that are more like normal normal living characters like them, they are ridiculously up there. You know, their strength, their speed, their durability is ridiculously high. And actually, I want to touch up on the speed real quick before the time runs out here. Is that their speed is so fast that normal people can't see it. If you remember in Dragon Ball, this is one feat that expresses how fast they are. In Dragon Ball, um, Master Roshi and Krillin rush at each other, and in 1 second, they're both on the opposite side of the ring, and the people that are watching the fight don't know what's going on. They're like, what the heck just happened? Like 1 second they're flying at each other, and the next they're on the opposite side of the ring. And the announcer guy asks them, you know, what happened? Can you explain it? And Master Roshi and Krillin give this long explanation on what they did in just 1 second. They did like freaking like 30 things in 1 second. And this is when their power levels are only like around 100 or so. This is in Dragon Ball. And their speed is already that fast. So imagine how fast they are in the Buu saga when their power levels are up in the billions. And it's like Vegito versus, you know, Super Buu when he absorbed Gohan. Like their speed is just like, their strength, speed, everything is just ridiculously high. And like I said already, I know they're not the strongest characters in fiction, but they're definitely way up there. And that's one thing that I just kind of wanted to make this video real quick because it annoys me when people underestimate Dragon Ball Z characters because it's like, do you not remember all this stuff? But I digress, guys. I just wanted to make this quick rant expressing how strong, durable, and fast DBZ characters are. But anyways, if you guys like this video, please definitely hit that like button and subscribe. And give any suggestions you would like to see in the next Dragon Ball Z lore. Thanks for watching, guys, and take it easy.
Let's give you a toy like you promised!